Afeni Federal Youth Caution Minister on Public Conduct and Utterances. The Afeni Federal Progressive Youth Movement has cautioned the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, against tarnishing the reputation of President Bola Tinubu. Speaking at a press conference on Wednesday in Lagos, the coordinator of the group, Abe Emmanuel Kola, said it is preposterous for Wike to lay claim to a mandate he did not contribute to. According to Kola, the former governor is not only an ingrate but a liability to the current administration. The youth therefore advised Wike to focus on his job and tread cautiously in his public conduct and misleading narrative. The Afenifere Progressive Youth Movement welcomes you to this press conference to shed light on the assertions by the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, that he was instrumental in the electoral victory of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the statement said. This press conference is intended to put issues in proper perspective for all and to caution the FCT Minister on his public utterances about the electoral victory of President Tinubu. The fact remains that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a political warrior and strategist who built bridges across the nooks and crannies of the country. He has remained relevant in the political landscape since leaving office as governor of Lagos State in 2007. This brings to mind the numerous efforts of the President and his associates of like mind who worked tirelessly for President's electoral victory during the election that culminated in a resounding victory. The Afenifere Progressive Youth Movement is aware of the contributions of various stakeholders. The FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike, does not stand in as one of those who contributed to the President's electoral success. That President Bola Ahmed Tinubu elected to bring the FCT Minister on board, his administration should not be misconstrued as rewarding him for working towards his electoral success, but rather form of lifeline given the precarious situation Nyesom Wike found himself after his tenure as governor of Rivers State. This statement of fact can be easily corroborated by stakeholders in the APC and other support groups that worked tirelessly during the elections to deliver victory to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It is therefore preposterous for Nyesom Wike to lay claim to a mandate he did not contribute to. His public posturing is misguided and an affront to the sensibilities of those who worked tirelessly for the president's electoral victory. If you recall the election victory acceptance speech by the president, where he commended those who worked hard for the victory, the name Nyesom Wike was not mentioned. That is indicative of the fact that the role that the FCT minister played in the electoral victory of the president remains a figment of his imagination. The FCT minister is aware of as much, and that is why he should tread cautiously in his public conduct and his misleading narrative that defeats common sense. This is an affront to the FNFR Progressive Youth Movement, and we won't fold our arms anymore and allow someone who was brought into government on pity to rubbish the reputation of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Our firm's position as the FCT minister, by all indications, is a liability to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, with the crisis wrecking River State and other unpleasant occurrences connected to the FCT minister. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a father figure to all and a benevolent leader who has a penchant for carrying all along, regardless of political affiliations, which is the case that's culminated in the appointment of Nyesom Wike as a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The FNFR Progressive Youth Movement views the posturing of the FCT minister as uncharitable in the present circumstances. It's akin to biting the fingers that fed him. This is typical of Wike Nyesom in his political trajectory and must stop. The task before President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is onerous, and the president and his team of patriotic Nigerians have been working around the clock to address the myriad of challenges in the country. The best the minister can do is to retrace a step and be circumspect in his public posturing. He should focus on the job and key into the renewed hope agenda of the president instead of ascribing to himself the president's political success. It is not a hidden secret that the FCC minister is a liability to the present administration, and it would be common sense if we turned a new leaf and channeled these energies towards serving our indefatigable president magnanimously, saving him from political obscurity. The FCC minister cannot take credit for what he did not give. It is tantamount to be ingratitude. This is uncharitable and will be resisted by the Afenifere Progressive Youth Movement. We wish to use this medium to call on Nigerians to ignore the assertions made by the FCT minister, his contributions, if there are any, to President Bola Tinubu's electoral success, are infinitesimal. This is a statement of fact, and we stand by it wholly. President Bola Tinubu is a visionary leader who knows his onions. He has proven this over the decades. No single individual can claim his electoral victory. It is an aberration and a joke taken too far. It would be in the best interest of the FCT minister to desist from enterprise and channel his energies to more productive ventures in Nigeria, in service to Nigeria, the statement read. All right. Okay. I hope the Tinubu they are actually fighting for will actually recognize them after this show. Okay. If it's not true, he was instrumental to the rigging of election in Rivers State. Tinubu did not get up to 1,000 votes in Rivers State, just like in many places. But results, we are rewritten. All right. Why are you here talking nonsense? If not for wicked rigging of Rivers State presidential election, Tinubu will not even have won. Do your calculation before coming to the public. Alright. Those small boys are just jumping up for nothing. Remove Rivers results. Tinubu lost because Rivers would have voted for Labour Party at the presidential level. Of course, Wike was instrumental to the electoral fraud that brought him Tinubu to office as president. Both Wike and Tinubu are the like minds who are desperately fraudulent to manipulate people to achieve their aims. I beg to disagree. APC has never won in Rivers State. Even Rotimi Amici did not stand a chance electorally until the handshake between President Tinubu and the handshake between the culminated two APC BAT, winning the presidential polls, set the record straight, and cautioned Wike to be circumspect in his action. Right on this note, we've come to the end of the news. So thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day. All right.